Master and our honored guest. I'm going to continue on with my speech tip on how to use stories to enhance your speech and make your speech compelling. And I've been talking about where do you come up with these stories? Stories are the most important part of your speech because they engage the audience. They connect you with the audience. They let the audience know something about you that they didn't know before. But the most important thing about story is that stories are used to translate information into wisdom. It helps you to process what you know and make something useful out of it. At the same time, it allows you to share yourself with other people, especially if you're telling them personal stories. So I'm going to give you some tips on how you can mine your personal experience to get these stories that are interesting and that underlies a very profound principle or a lesson learned or a truth that you yourself experience. A lot of times we have stories from our childhood that are deep in our memory. Sometimes we remember it. For those of you that may have took the action to keep a journal, it's pretty easy to look back to the journal and find something that you can use. If you haven't been doing that, you could start doing that and still keep track because there's a big, long life ahead of you. But what if you forgot? What if there was something hidden in your past that you didn't know about? How can you bring it back? Well, two ways. One is simply go to your family photo album. Look at some pictures of some special event. Look at who are in the album with you and bring them together and have an interview with that person. Talk about what did that person remember about you? What did that person remember about the incident? What did the person remember about that special day? And as you talk, these memories will be triggered and they'll come back to you, and all of a sudden all the details will come back. And start jotting it down. Write it down so that you can keep it as a library for your speech resources in the future. So if you make a practice of doing that, especially during the holidays where you get together with people and you share your album, good way to talk about those experiences in the past, because people are most interested about you when you were growing up. What did you learn? What did you experience? What were some of the things that touched you and helped you to remember these experiences? And most of all, what was a truth? Or what was something that I learned from that experience that I could share with the rest of the audience? Another way is to just look at your school yearbook. Your yearbook will have a lot of memories and have a lot of people that you associate with but you lost contact with. Get back in contact with those persons. Talk about the good old days and your memory will be triggered again, and you're going to have a wealth of stories to tell people about your high school or about your middle school or even your elementary school experience. And when you can use those stories in your speech, you will be sharing yourself with other people, you'll be sharing truth, but most important, you will impact people and you will draw the audience to you and you will have a compelling speech. Mr. Toastmaster.